Chapter 4 Abraxas. For more viral, visit www.heyHabbo.net/viral. The new year had come faster than the blink of an eye, leaving everyone with a taste of hope to begin again, correct their wrongdoings, and of course set a resolution that would shortly be forgotten. 2011 had finally settled in, and no one felt quite used to the odd number yet. But no one felt more uncomfortable with the change than the young man with the short blond hair that had just stepped inside the comfort of his home. As he removed his shoes, he couldn't help but notice the newly placed calendar all the way down in the kitchen wall.
It just looks so weird.
He exclaimed loudly for his mom to hear,
You say that every year, honey.
responded his mother as she glanced at the watch in her wrist.
Won't you look at that, Alex? It's time to watch Divine Design on the Home and Garden channel.
Oh yeah, sorry mom, but I gotta do something in my room.
Quickly responded Alex as he rushed into the stairs leading to his bedroom.
And what's that? Make another YouTube video or go on that heyHabbo forum?
She said, rolling her eyes.
What? How do you...
I'm your mother. I know you better than you think.
You mean I should stop leaving my computer open? And for the record, it's called heyHabbo.
Yep, sure thing, dear.
His mother replied sarcastically with a grin as she returned her attention back to the television.
I really need to get a lock on that door. I really, really do.
Mumbled Alex to himself repeatedly as he hurried up the stairs and into his bedroom, but the thought would soon be erased as he diverted his attention back to the laptop perched on his desk. Alex proceeded to log into heyHabbo.net, which was conveniently saved into his bookmarks.
What was that weird name again?
The young man asked himself as he scanned the forum.
Abraxas.
He remembered a minute later.
I knew it was something weird starting with an A. Who calls themselves Abraxas anyway?
He complained as he turned towards the Pokemon dolls lining a shelf as if he was expecting a reply. Over time, Alex had grown fond of the forum and its mascot Benji, and the idea that he may be real, as Roller Kingdom had previously gossiped to him, had been too much to believe. That is, until a Villaman's lookalike, Shadox, showed up claiming to be a bot created by a Villaman, and that his older brother Benji, from the same creator, had now gone missing. Roller Kingdom's story was in no way contradictory to what the newcomer had stated, and now that Shadox was requesting the help of the entire forum, how could he just sit and watch? The name Abraxas had been the only clue given to Shadox, and Alex knew the entire forum would be on the trail in a matter of minutes. Moments later, Habbo Hotel appeared on his browser, prompting the veteran user to quickly enter his username, Warrior Sokka, followed by his password in a manner that suggested a strong habit. Some would even call it an addiction. He had no time to waste. Alex immediately noticed that many of heyHabbo's members were already logged into the game.
Why is everyone always there before me?
He complained loudly, turning towards his Pokemon dolls once more.
Alright, let's get this stupid thing over with already.
Alex quickly proceeded to type Abraxas in the search field of the hotel. It seemed that he had tried everything under the sun before finally getting the spelling right.
Stupid name.
Grumbled Alex as his Habbo character, known as Sokka for short, entered through a bright neon blue door. At once the crates that formed the blue neon door closed tightly behind him. Sokka was certainly not expecting that, but the rest of the room immediately called for his attention. Inside, a neon blue wall with a bright yellow door and its entire center illuminated most of the dark room. Below, a fluorescent see-through floor covered the ground, sending a bright electrical signal in all directions. The night sky above and the heavy clouds at the ground level gave the room a mysterious and eerie atmosphere.
Fancy.
Hey, Sokka, greeted Presto, another forum member already in the room who had seemingly begun the quest for Benji.
Are we late?
I just saw Tizzle walk into that weird-looking yellow neon gate thing.
How do you get in?
I think you just step in front of it. Presto walked forward, and the moment he stepped in front of the bright yellow gate, an electrifying sound immediately erupted from the neon gate. A second later, the neon crates forming the gate began to change positions, moving aside to reveal a path to another room. I guess this means serious business.
That was something.
Haha, are you scared?
Let's just get the penguin back, alright?
Sokka went through the door first, determined to get to the kidnapped penguin before anyone else, with Presto following closely behind. The second they entered the next room, they immediately noticed another bright yellow neon gate at the other end, with a bright T symbol seemingly waiting for them. Tizzle smiled innocently as she waved her hands frantically through the air, attracting the attention of Sokka and Presto.
Hey guys, you made it.
Oh hey Tizzle, have you seen anyone else come by?
The room gives you a riddle to move on to the next stage when you step on the gap.
I guess we really are late.
Then what are we waiting for?
Without wasting another second, Sokka walked straight towards the bright gate at the other end of the room, ignoring the gap dividing the room in half. As his foot pressed hard into the nearly invisible glass covering the gap, a low murmur and buzz indicated that something was about to happen. Sparkles and what can only be described as magic teleported him back to where he started. At once, a question popped onto the screen. The question read, "Where the images have been derising, they have left traces of this strange mark."
What the?
The room gives you a riddle to move on to the next stage when you step on the gap.
Really? Let me try. Hesitantly, Presto repeated Sokka's exact motions from before, and once again, as if by magic, he found himself teleported right next to where Sokka was standing. I think the message is referring to the messed up icons on the forum.
Yeah, you might be right.
He is? Go find the answer so we catch up to the others, will you?
Or you could give us the answer.
Sokka requested as he looked at Tizzle standing across the gap.
Where's the fun in that?
A minute or two later, Sokka and Presto returned with the answer from the forum and automatically teleported the newcomers in front of the yellow gate next to Tizzle.
Alright, I see what this is all about. Let's hurry so we can catch up.
Sokka and Presto and Tizzle hurried to find the next answer to open the yellow gate, leading them to another room quite like the first two. As Tizzle stepped into the gap in the middle of the new room, she was instantly teleported next to her friends, and a new trick question appeared, this time harder than the first. Sokka and Presto followed at once. Standard bots are created this many pixels tall. Hint, Imager or your heyHabbo home may be able to help.
Oh, great.
Well, at least it gives us a hint. This time, the answer wouldn't be as simple as the first, and it took the three heyHabbo members quite a few minutes to figure it out. "I've got it!" yelled Presto before being teleported into the other side of the room, where three levers waited. He whispered the answer to his friends, and seconds later, Tizzle and Sokka stood next to Presto. "This one's obvious. Hit the lever in the right sequence, too."
Open the door, yeah, I knew that.
I hate this stuff. You guys can do it.
Alright. Tizzle waited patiently, walking about in circles and paying little attention to the hard work the boys are putting into finding the right sequence for the levers. After several minutes of numerous tries, 64 to be exact, and growing frustration, the electrical sound from the gate erupted at once, and the yellow bright gate finally opened.
Yes!
Finally! The two boys entered the gate, but Tizzle decided that an extremely adorable victory dance was in order. However, the room had no time to spare for its visitors. Without warning, the bright yellow gate sealed shut as quickly as it had opened, locking Tizzle inside the room.
No, wait!
Ah, we can't open it from here.
Oh man, you should have come with us. Now you're gonna have to redo the sequence.
It's okay, guys. Just go on without me. I'll be right behind you.
We were going to go anyway.
Alright, Tizzle, be quick about it.
Good luck.
Sup, guys? Rage shouted as he saw Sokka and Presto enter from the blue door. Yo, Mr. Flicker shouted after. Hey guys, it looks like we're catching up. I didn't know we were racing. Well, Sokka is.
So this room is pretty much like the first room.
Yeah, pretty much, Rage answered in reply.
So you and Flicker are working together, right?
It's easier that way.
Care for a little friendly competition then?
You and Presto versus Rage and I?
Only if you have what it takes.
Alright, why not? Okay, since we're doing this, we might as well set some ground rules. The first team to get the answer right goes in the yellow gate first, and then the other team can't follow until they discover it themselves.
Well said, well said.
Mr. Flicker replied, "Sounds fair. We're ready when you are." For the next 10 minutes, the four boys raced to find the answers for the questions in the third room. Stress, and lots of it. Mr. Flicker and Rage were the first to reach the second part of the room, quickly followed by Sokka and Presto. Who would get the final answer to the third room first? Tension was brewing, and the friendly competition was suddenly becoming not so friendly.
Sorry to disappoint, boys, but I've got the answer.
Presto followed after Sokka into the next room, leaving Rage and Mr. Flicker behind, feeling like they had been cheated. But they remained quiet. Being sore losers wasn't their style. Nice going, Sokka.
Started last and will end first. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Not bad. Not too bad at all. I wonder how Tizzle is doing, though.
We've got bigger things to worry about at the moment, such as figuring out one last path forward and getting the right sequence for those levers before Rage and Flicker catch up.
Alright, let's get to it. To continue listening to Chapter 4, Abraxas, please click on the annotation link.